Hey guys, this is Scott Leroy, Scott Leroy Marketing, coming in front of the weekly tip, and today's tip is actually about Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered on here. So if you want to actually advertise this, specifically on your site or on other social media platforms, through smart plans, through email campaigns, whatever it might be, you'll actually have a good amount of information available for you under kellercovered.com/agent assets. All right, and I'm going to put that over inside our little description on the video too, so you can access it immediately. Now, what I wanted to show you today was how simple it is to actually take your personalized marketing page and add that to your website. Now, of course, on here, there are a couple things you can take a look at once you're on the asset page. There's actually a video on here that you can actually watch immediately about Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. We're going to talk about this in one quick second. You can even come on here and share this via social media very easily, as you can see on Facebook or Twitter. You can keep the conversation going. There's even an option to download scripts on here. And then, of course, you can get a personal marketing kit for the next 2 months on here as well. All right, so I just want to give you a heads up. All these items are accessible for you. But, of course, the main thing that we're going to focus on today, all right, is under this Create Your Personalized Marketing page. Now, once again, feel free to go to kellercovered.com/agent assets, and you can access all these items immediately. Now, all you'll need to do on here, though, is put inside your agent name. All right, and then it'll pop up with your name and the little drop-down option that you can select on here. And this is going to create your own little personalized landing page to utilize. All right, so I'm going to click search on here, and now I happen to have my page that I can use. And as we can see over here, here's an idea as to what it's actually going to look like. All right, so I'm going to click that copy option real quick. All right, and once I've copied that link, this is my specific link that I can use. All right, now I can actually share this on pretty much any platform I want to. I can send it out on email, I can text it out, I can put it on social media. But once again, we're going to do it on our IDX website on command. All right, so the next thing we're going to want to do is go over to command. All right, and now we're going to go over to our consumer section on the left-hand side over here. Now, if you're not seeing consumer at the bottom left, try zooming out on your web browser, as it should then pop up right away for you to take a look at. All right, but I'm going to click on this consumer option real quick. There we go. All right, and at the top right, I can click on the Create a New Site option. All right, so I'm going to click on Create a New Site at the top right up here. And then I'm going to select On My Agent Site, so that way I can add this over to my IDX site immediately. All right, so I'm going to click on My Agent Site, and I'm going to click that Create Page option on here. Now this is going to give me the editor that I can actually utilize for the page. Now before we actually start to add anything inside here, we can go ahead and add a couple things on here. All right, the two main things, first and foremost, we need to click on Content Blocks. So I'm going to pull over this text option up here to display the text to the top. And then in order to save a page, you have to have at least one widget on here. Now I've started to kind of utilize the Download My App option on here, just because at the bottom of every page, it'll automatically have a contact form. So instead of putting that contact form again and duplicating it, I'm just kind of putting inside the Download My App option. All right, but now before we actually update anything on the text, we'll need to create the iframe code to display our new little page, all right, that we actually have on here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to iframe-generator.com. So iframe-generator.com, and there are plenty of different iframe generators that you can utilize. This is just one of my personal favorites on here. All right, and we're going to paste inside that iframe URL on here. All right, so I'm going to paste that inside real quick. Now you can change the height and the width to whatever you prefer in this case. All right, so for the width, I'm going to make it 900. For the height, I'm going to do 1400. All right, whatever you think will look the best on here. All right, and before I actually update that, I'm going to put this as no, I'm going to put the scroll bar as yes. All right, I always like to preview this so we can get an idea as to what it's going to look like. All right, so here's an idea as to what this will actually look like when we put this over on our website. All right, and of course you can always change it as well to whatever you want on here. All right, but I'm going to be okay with that with the 900 by 1400. It's kind of the standard one we use. And I'm going to click Generate on here, and that's going to create this copy. All right, here's the code that I can actually utilize. All right, so the one big thing that I did add in a scroll bar on here, so that way we can actually scroll up and down on everything. All right, but I'm going to copy this real quick, so I now have the code. I'm going to come back over. Perfect. All right, and I'm going to paste this inside our text. I'm going to highlight that, but before I paste it inside, I'm going to add in one extra line of code on here. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Let me see if I can get this out of it. So I'm going to put a bracket, or I guess a less than sign, the word center, and then a greater than sign. All right, now I'm going to paste inside that code, and then at the end, much like we see with the iframe option on here, I'm going to do less than again, a backslash, and then center. All right, and this is just a little HTML code that I'll actually center what we're adding inside on here. So instead of it going left justified, it's going to go right to the center for us. All right, I'm going to change this as well. Keller covered / mortgage. So I can find that pretty easily. Widgets are all configured. We're good to go. So I'm going to click Save Changes on here, and we'll save this. Perfect. All right, and if you notice, the eyeball is not lit up, so that means it's not actually an active page, so we'll need to go over to the Site and App Settings up here at the top right now. All right, we're going to click on Site Pages on the right-hand side to access all of our different pages in our little menu bar we have set up. All right, and now I'm going to add this page in. So at the bottom down here, I'm going to add this page. All right, so I'm going to click on Keller Covered Mortgage, the one we just created. Covered and Keller Mortgage. All right. Covered dash mortgage. There we go. All right. You can put inside whatever page title you want to. For the slug URL, I just put inside Keller Covered dash. Maybe I'll put inside Keller Mortgage as well. All right. And then for the SEO description, once again, this is how they're actually going to find you when they go on Google. They actually search for a keyword and this page pops up. So typically you want to shoot for about 140 to 150 characters, highlighting what this page is about. So maybe in this case, save thousands when you utilize Keller Covered and Keller Mortgage with the, I'm going to capitalize that, Godfrey Real Estate Group. There we go. All right, so I'm going to save this change real quick, and I'm even going to reorganize this. I want to put that right above the contact option. All right, but now we have our new page on here. We already had a page that we could share, but now we actually have a page that's purely on our website that we can utilize too. So if I copy this, come back over here, I can now get an idea as to what this page is going to look like on my IDX site. All right, so once that pulls up, it'll now start to pull up. Here's our Keller Covered and Keller Mortgage option. All right, and now everything looks good to go. So now people can start to utilize this, and it's going to link up with us directly on here too. So there you go. So that is your KDB Command tip for the day.